Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is Thursday night, time for another episode of Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Vegas J, and with me again is my good friend, the sparkly unicorn, Robin Haas. How are you, Robin?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
I am great, and we got a great guest tonight, and his name is Eric Nash. He's from Stamps.com, and Eric, you were on almost exactly 1 year ago today.
Oh, another postage rate increase, I'm sure.
Exactly. So I figure Eric's here every beginning of every January to talk about postal stuff. But before we get into that, let's get into this. Time for Jay's Tiki Talker. Each week I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug. I try and match it up with my guest. Now, I had the mug all ready to go and matched up super easy. And the rum I was having a hard time with. And then, bam, one of the best ones I've ever matched up with a guest. So, Stamps.com is in El Segundo, California. This is from the Purple Orchid. It's a tiki bar in El Segundo, California.
Nice.
Very cool.
This is a very collectible mug. This is their tiki. This is their jiggy. But, Eric, you are a skateboarder, correct?
I am.
How many broken bones have you had, Eric?
Bones, I've probably had, probably not only a few, 2 or 3.
Okay, so tonight we are drinking Bones rum. There we go.
Oh, very good.
Thank you. I thought I would do pretty good with that one. So I saw the bones. I'm like, Eric's got to have broken 1 or 2 being a skateboarder.
That's right.
All right, buddy, sit back, relax. We will see you in about half hour.
Perfect.
There we go. And before we get into our next segment, I do want to talk about my get up real quick because setting sail. There we go. Setting sail next week is the first ever Secret Beach Goes Cruising. So I will be the hostess with the mostest. We've got our t-shirts. Dun, 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 dun. We've got our headgear. We've got our fun Mexican glasses. And we are ready to party. So if you are in the Secret Beach and didn't make it this year, or if you've been thinking about joining the Secret Beach, it will be open again come springtime. But part of the Secret Beach is not only learning, but also doing fun activities. We had the big Secret Beach Bash last summer after eBay Open, which is a hell of a party. And this is the first time we're taking to the high seas or the calm Gulf of Mexico, depending on how you want to say it. But there is 60 of us going cruising. And so not only are we doing fun cruise activities and we're getting off on shore and doing fun excursions, there's going to be learning on the boat. So I'm teaching a webinar about how to have a kick-ass garage sale. My mom and dad are teaching how to make money. Are we retired? ? How to make money in retirement. I've got my good friend Kim Gordon doing a speech on purses, which I'm helping out with. My lovely co-host Robin and our friend Debbie are doing the icebreaker. Our good friend John Lawson is going to be talking about how to use Facebook to make money. And Joy Williams will be doing her part 2 of denim. So not only are we having a shit ton of fun, we're going to do a lot of learning too. And it's the rare time when you can learn in flip-flops and shorts and drink rum.
Nice.
So make sure if you're in the Secret Beach, save for next year's. I will probably do another cruise or something like this because even though it hasn't even happened yet, it happens next week. We've got so much fun planned. Oh, I'm also giving a test. So I've had 4 Tiki webinars in the Secret Beach. And I told everyone to rewatch them and study because look at that. I'm giving out gift cards. Whee! So those who score the best are going to win prizes. So not only do you come on this cruise, you might win money.
Sweet.
So stay tuned for the Secret Beach opening again. It is a great group. It is my subscription-based group. It's monthly webinars by me, monthly webinars by others, bonus YouTube shows, all kinds of fun stuff, but then real fun stuff like parties and cruises and everything. So stay tuned for that. But I want to let you know we will not be here for the next 2 Thursdays because we'll be away for a week. But we are going to do a show 2 weeks from Saturday, coming off the cruise. We'll be back to the normal segments, but we're going to do a Saturday night show, and we're going to talk about the cruise itself, too. So stay tuned for that. So before we get into our scores, what you drinking tonight, Rob?
Oh, I'm doing a coffee. The rum that you introduced me to, and Jimmy Boy, the what's the I was gonna say maple, but it's not maple. It's the one that you put in this coffee.
Oh, the Trader Vic's macadamia nut liqueur.
Yes, macadamia. That's it. Yeah. So I just did a little, you know, like
I had to speak Robin there for a second. I'm like maple. Oh, I know. All right.
I know.
Let's get right to it, shall we? Time for our scores of the week. Robin and I will share with you the good things we sold this week. These will be bolos. Be on the lookouts, things that you should be hunting for to resell yourself.
So this is a really great shoe that I didn't really know anything about, but Jimmy Boy did. And they're Robert Wayne's, a good size, a size 12. And I think what really probably sold them is the fact that a lot of boys wear this shoe. So it's not like a full boot, but so it's kind of like they can still get the kind of cowboy Western look. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah. So I got a pretty good, you know, if you have these shoes, put them up high and do best offer because we took it for $80 plus shipping. So nice. Good bolo there. Yeah.
Okay, this looks like some billiards balls.
Kind of crazy, right? Okay, so Jim and I last year picked up like I think 4 of these for like next to nothing. They're brand new, and in each box comes it's like an advent calendar, and it comes with a $5 gift certificate that wasn't used. So these sold quickly. So Starbucks, you guys go now because they're gonna have their like getting rid of stuff like for 75% off. You go now. Okay, so horses sell. Cats and horses. Who knew? So I found this in Jay's Savers for $1.99. It was brand new in box. A penny for it. So I took the best offer of $26.26. Someone was really happy with it. Yeah. Doing football and we're getting close to the Super Bowl. Not that they're really in it, but this was brand new, sealed. It's an apron and a chef's hat. And so someone bought it right before Christmas. And so got a pretty buck there too.
Well done. All right. This is English Laundry is a brand of men's clothes, but this is a special line. It is the Scott Weiland line. If you don't know who Scott Weiland was, he was the lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots and Velvet Revolver. He passed away not too long ago. So his stuff sells very well. As you can see, I mean, it's got a little bit of flair to it, but not a lot. But I got $30 for it, and I only paid $2.99 for it. I wanted to share 2 CD scores for 2 different reasons. This one I've sold this CD probably 20 times, but I wanted to point out, ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to have the last name of Hyman, please do not name your son Dick. Okay? Dick Hyman is just not a winning name. All right.
Wow.
But I did pay $20 for the CD because I know this CD well. It's called Moog, and I sold for $45. I usually sell it for $40 to $50.
Cool.
And I sold this. You know, we always talk about men's Hawaiian shirts and women's muumuus. We don't often talk about women's Hawaiian shirts. This was made by Chemo's Polynesian, a long sleeve Hawaiian shirt, Polynesian shop. I guess shop should be on the title. So there you go. And that's always a good brand. Chemo's is always a good brand. And then I wanted to point out this CD sale for actually the customer who bought it. This is from the 1951 movie, The Royal Wedding. I paid $2.67, and I sold it for $40, but I sold it to one of the art directors at Pixar. I thought that was kind of cool.
What?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's really cool. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It was going to his office, so I Googled him real quick. All right, you've seen our scores now. time for our duds of the week, brought to you by WorthPoint. These are the things that we should not have bought. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
Yeah, okay, first of all, this is like really scary looking ornament. But, you know, Hallmark doesn't, I mean, some Hallmark ornaments do really, really well, and some just are like, womp, womp, womp. One of those. So I just took, as soon as I got the offer, I just took it because I just needed to get stuff moved. So maybe 1999 wasn't a good year. I don't know. The teddy bear looks kind of scary. Kind of reminds me of that one Ted.
Yeah, it does, actually. You're right. It does, oddly enough.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So now we had a thread in the thrifting board talking about popcorn buckets and how I was saying that 3D buckets do better than these plain buckets. So I kind of had these from like when I went to Disneyland. And so I thought maybe just because it was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, it would do okay. But it'd been sitting there for a while. So I just took, you know, a pretty penny for it. You know, I mean, I paid like, I don't know, what do you pay for popcorn? Like $10 in the park. So I kind of made my money back. Didn't really make too much back. So that's kind of a dud.
All right, so here's my one dud. I got it off the Halloween rack. This is the Dumb and Dumber Lloyd pajama set. I had it since Halloween. Someone finally offered me $12. I was happy to take and get rid of it. I did charge shipping, so I didn't take a huge hit. But my real dud is actually here in my hand. And I bought about 100 CDs in the past week or so to flip. And all of you know I'm good at it. You just saw 2 CD scores. I have a ton of knowledge up here, and I have a phone that I know how to use to scan. So I usually don't just walk home with duds. I am not sure what happened here, but when I went to list the CDs this week, they were all fine and dandy, except this one is going for a penny on Amazon. So I just want to show you, no matter how good you are, how good your tools are, you still make mistakes. So don't beat yourself up when you do. Just chuckle and go, well, there was a wasted $5.
Yeah. Well, oops. I mean, at least you got the plastic case.
True. Silver lining. Well done. Silver lining. All right. Now it's time for Close Encounters of the Thrifty kind. Would you approach this man if you saw him in the thrift store? Rob and I will tell you funny little stories of people we've bumped into in the thrift stores or weird things or whatever.
Oh, okay. First of all, everybody, sweet Lord, look at this man. Not only does he have a fanny pack, he's got like 4 necklaces on. And then I had to get kind of close because he's got jean cutoffs over skinny jeans. Like, what? Oh, and he's wearing 2 jackets. Jason, look, I just don't know. This guy is just having it. And then I had to come, because you know me, I'm always trying to get in people's grills, but I just couldn't approach this man because I thought I was going to laugh in front of him. I mean, that's just rude. I couldn't do that. But I took a picture from behind. Dude seriously has a raccoon tail hat. Like, how epic is that? That's amazeballs. I was like, dude, that's awesome. Own that. Just own it.
Not as epic as this hat, but still. All right. Before I show my picture, I play a fun game, and not every time, because you got to keep people always guessing and wondering. When you thrift with me, you might end up with something in your cart that you did not put there. You get home and start unpacking your bags, and you're like, I didn't want to buy this stupid thing. That's because I hid it in your cart and you weren't paying attention when you rang out. Some stranger did it to me the other day. So I come back to my cart. I did not pick that bag nor that safety vest, and it was on my cart, and also that pair of jeans. I don't know if someone thought it was their cart or they were just messing with me, but all of a sudden my cart was full of shit that I didn't want.
Oh, I want that to happen to me, Jason. I want someone to play that game with me.
Now, I used to play it. Yeah, I used to have a waste of a partner named Brian, and I would do it to him all the time, and I would hide it in stuff, and he'd get home and go, jerk. He would try to do it to me, and he would just set it on top. I go, I see it.
Oh, no.
That's not how you play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That's awesome.
Now it is time for our Thrifty Tips of the Week, brought to you by Stamps.com, postage on demand. Stamps.com's online postage service enables small businesses like myself, Robin, and everyone listening, enterprises, and online retailers to print U.S. Postal Service approved postage with just a computer, printer, and internet connection right from their home or office. And that's why we have Eric on tonight.
Yay. Okay, so my thrifty tip. because it just happened to me recently. So Google is your best friend. And that's quote unquote Jason to me all the time. And I was trying to plan out like my errands and then slipping in some thrift stops in between. And somehow in some utility road, and so this is my homage to utility road. Someone sent me this as like it was snowing. They got caught because they didn't have snow tires and chains. And then someone put the, you know, the ATT there because that. So just make sure to map out your destinations before you leave the house.
I will tell you, Robin, I never said this before, but because that was your tip tonight, when Vegas was built, they set up the roads that some of the roads weren't going through right now until the houses were put there. Same with the freeways. The 215 will go around the whole city eventually. But when we moved here, it wasn't a freeway yet because there wasn't enough population. Unfortunately, maps and some GPS things think the road's going through automatically. So we first moved here, we'd be following maps or GPS and like, no more road. It will be there someday. So yes, make sure you're really paying attention.
Right.
Okay. So mine's a scary and funny tip. I was thrifting with, I think, Robin and Kim and my wife, and I put this on and I scared the shit out of the girls. And then I didn't buy it. And then I posted it as my avatar. And so many people messaged me that they wanted to buy it off of me. Why I didn't buy this, I don't know. So here's my tip. And this won't affect most of you, but it affects me. If you're busy taking selfies like I do, don't forget that maybe the thing you took a selfie of is probably good to buy. Like I got my selfie and then I put it back. I don't know what I was thinking. But man, I could have sold like 7 of these already based on that I changed it to my avatar. So don't forget when you're screwing around that maybe the thing you're screwing around with is actually worth some money. Because I'm a big dummy. All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now it's time for You Got to Be Shipping Me, where Robin and I give you what to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping your products.
Oh my gosh. Yay. Okay, so I was so excited. This is my first FOMO. Someone from the thrifting board sent me a beautiful gift to cheer me up, and it was my first FOMO, and I was so impressed. I had to take photos, and I had to show Jason. So this is my shipping tip.
So it's your first Jason FOMO being received. You ship FOMO.
Yes, yes, but she did such a really good job.
Look at that. She did a way fancier a job than I ever do.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh my gosh. And I love shipping. So I was in awe. So I just had to showcase your technique, Jason.
So if you're new to the show, what FOMO means is you can ship a breakable ceramic mug in this flat rate padded envelope for, if you're an eBay seller with a discount, $6.30 anywhere in the country, including Alaska, Hawaii, Guam, U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and American Samoa. But what you do is you build a custom little box around it. As long as it slides into here, $6.30. And if you have not seen FOMO, when you're done watching the show tonight, go over to my YouTube channel, Jason T. Smith, and just look up FOMO, and you'll see my video from many, many years ago, just showing you how to do it. So it is a way to help eBay sellers save money. And trust me when I tell you it works. If you've never done it, you're going to be like, BS, I am not shipping breakables in a padded flat rate envelope. Let me read you my most recent feedback that I just got from a Tiki mug I shipped FOMO. Package was super. Item arrived quickly and safely. That was my most recent feedback. That is all my feedbacks when I FOMO. So it is a good tool. All right, here's my shipping tip. Now, you may be wondering, what's these 4 people and this one photobombing kid in the background doing? These are our neighbors, Ken, Kelly, Carmen, and Clara. Yes, they only got the K chapter in names. But I was over their house many moons ago, and I was just thinking about this today. Although I buy a lot online, I do not have 2 small children. Our neighbors do, and they have Amazon Prime. So the amount of small and medium-sized boxes empty in their garage is amazing at all times. So if you have neighbors with kids, little kids, and you're not one of those people, little kids, check with your neighbors. They are probably getting a ton of boxes that they don't need, that they're just going to pitch. And there was air pillows and all kinds of stuff. And the other day, I had to ship a Tiki bowl internationally, and I did not have a good box. So I walked over to their house. I go, can I see your pile of boxes, please? And I found the right box, and away it went.
Nice.
All right.
And it's stored at their house, Jason.
I know. I got to store the boxes. That's the bonus tip. All right. Now it's time for... our eBay tips of the week. Little tips and tricks to help you in your eBay career.
Oh, okay, I'm up. Sorry. Okay, so you guys know I love the Seller Hub, right? I'm like, I am that chick. So if you go to your left, I think that's your left on the screen, you'll see down under shortcuts where it says Seller Hub Discussion Board. I love that place. So if Jason goes to the next slide, please, Vanna White. This gets you to the eBay community. And as you can see, you can either start a new discussion or you can actually join one that's already happening. And then if you could go to the next slide, Jason.
Yes, I can.
This, I was just trying to show you like all of discussions. So if you ever have a question about what's happening on eBay, like you can't get the pictures or something's happening, this is where I go to get the most recent information. And on the right, you will see most helpful authors. And these are people that are in our community. And these are the people who post probably a lot. So sometimes you can actually reach out to them too, personally, because we're all in the same community. So I just wanted to encourage you guys that if you ever wanted something quick, to see if something was going on and you didn't have the answers, I would suggest go to your Seller Hub and go to the Seller Discussion Hub because it's amazing. I'm in there sometimes, and sometimes you go down a rabbit hole, but I love it.
All right, so here's my tip, and it's one that I don't think a lot of people know about. I can't believe I never said this before.
Ooh.
As a good seller, you should automatically leave feedback for your buyer the second they pay. There is no need for your buyer to do anything else but give you money. And you should not be doing that yourself because time is worth money. And you can set up automated feedback. So the second they pay, eBay leaves the feedback on your behalf. So if you go down in Seller Hub, if you go down to feedback and you click on Manage Automated Feedback, right here, you can check it off. So the second that the buyer pays, you can leave them feedback. And then when you click on Edit Stored Comments, you can write whatever you want, like, thanks for helping me with my tiki mug addiction. So you can write whatever you want up to, what is that, about 8 or 9 spots, and then eBay automatically just randomly picks one, so it's not the same one all the time. So you should definitely do that. Take that. I did that 100 years ago. Haven't thought about feedback since. It's automatic. My buyers love it. Easy peasy.
Yeah, that's an awesome tip, Jason.
I am full of awesome tips. All right.
Yes, you are.
And then our last segment today is Thrifty outside your comfort zone. You can do great in your niche, but the only way to get better, to make more money, is to get outside your comfort zone. Oops,
yay. Okay, so I think, is it mine? Oh, yeah. Okay, I was like, I wasn't sure who's up. So this was totally out of my comfort zone. And this was, I was by myself and I was in between doctor's appointments and I jumped into a Goodwill and I give myself like 20 minutes and I always do really well in merch in my store. So I found this really fun, colorful tile. I had no idea what it was, but the way it was made and the way it felt, and it had a cork backing and it had a hanger on it, I thought, I don't know, I'm going to take a chance on this. And they had it marked, Jason, for 99 cents. So as
nice.
Jason has told us, 99 cents, I'm going to take the risk. I'm taking it. So I brought it home and it was in my death pile. And I finally dug around and got into it. And so I started doing some research and oh my gosh, this is like this really great artist that does all these beautiful tiles and mosaics. And yeah, so I got a pretty penny for it and got rid of it out of my death pile and I made a pretty penny on it.
Nice job. All right, you might have noticed that my camera is off because I had to get a prop in order. You ready?
Oh, yeah. Okay, come on.
Yay.
Oh, let's see. Oh, get out, Jason. You got it tight.
Okay, so if you're watching this show, you should be watching my other show, which is with my mom, Selling Past Your Expiration Date, Being Thrifty Over 50. I don't have children. I don't mind big stuff, but I tend to buy smaller things. On our show, my mom and dad bought one of those. They sold it right away, and they shipped it right away. I'm going to market it locally first because what's coming up, Robin? That's right, the Super Bowl. And guess what? That's not only a toy chest. It is the perfect thing to put ice and beer in for your Super Bowl party. And
that's brilliant.
I paid $12 and just to show you what it's selling for, to give you an idea, and to show you people should price their stuff better. $40, $35, $60. Okay, well, $60 plus 48 shipping. So, you know, people are missing out if they're only charging $35 and pickup only. Now, if you want to see how to ship that, go over to Selling Past Your Expiration Date, Being Thrifty Over 50. It's one of the last 3 or 4 episodes. You should watch them all. But we have pictures on how my dad shipped that. But this one sold for $50. This one sold for $42. This one sold for $87 with free shipping. Wow. So, and this one only sold for $16. See, you got to price, and the condition's a little worse, but you got to price accordingly. And so without my mom and dad buying one and shipping one, I never would have even looked at that twice because I don't have kids. I don't do a ton of kid stuff. But of course, that added thing where it can be a toy chest or it can be for your Super Bowl party.
That's awesome. That's a brilliant tip, Jason.
And hey, I didn't really set it up this way, but look, guess what? How about let's talk about Selling Past Your Expiration Date, Being Thrifty Over 50. Me and my mom this Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. West Coast. We're talking about 2 things. My mom wanted to put on a sale of just specific categories in her store. So we're going to go step by step. Robin, you should tune in.
I will.
And also, because we're all going on a cruise, we are going to be showing how to set your vacation settings. You need to have a store to set your vacation settings. So we're going to be doing sale for specific categories and how to do vacation settings, along with my mom's haul and my mom's scores of the week and some embarrassing photo of me as a teenager.
I love that show. Love it.
All right. But, I mean, seconds before we went to air, I got great news. And this is for all my peeps in the Midwest. We're talking middle of the country. I'm talking Missouri. I'm talking Kansas. I'm talking Iowa. What else is out there? Oklahoma. If you're in that area, I'm coming to you in March. And here's the good news. It is called the Reseller Fam Live Event 2018. And up until an hour ago, the price for the 2.5-day event was $350, which isn't still a lot for 10 quality speakers. But eBay just came on as a sponsor, and because of their sponsorship, the price dropped to $200 for 10 quality speakers, me being one of them, plus lunch, plus breakfast, plus a T-shirt, hanging out with all of us. You got to come see me. It is March 8th through the 10th, and more than likely, I'll be having a live class somewhere, and the newest, best reviewed tiki bar in the country is in Kansas City, Missouri, so we'll be having a tiki bar hangout, and they spent $600 in mugs from yours truly to decorate their bar.
What?
Yes. So I want all my peeps, tell your friends in the Midwest, here is who is speaking. You got Chris Lynn, 10K on the Bay. You got some dude named Jason T. Smith, Tiki Bug Music. Glenn Zubia, Hustler Hack. Alex, the Deal Queen. Loretta, Thrift Love Sell. Ashley, Hustle Home Mom. Ryan and Allie, Rally Roots. Emma, Just Another Seller. Ken, the Hustle Bee. Ryan, the Ecom Hustle. And Mark 2, Not You, Not Your Dad's CPA. So all kinds of stuff. I'm going to be talking about if you have a limited time to go to the thrift store, what should you do? When I go, I'll spend a couple hours. If you got kids, if you're on your lunch break, whatever it is, if you only have a small amount of time, I'm going to give you tips and tricks to maximize the best things. So we're probably going to talk a lot of bolos, a lot of specific corners of the thrift store. I don't want you looking through 50 pairs of little kids T-shirts. That ain't going to be worth your time. So we're going to talk about that. But it's $200 for 10 quality speakers and breakfast and lunch. And there's an optional happy hour the night before. And so it's going to be an awesome event. and we're going to have a great time. I will get more details about the class and the Tiki Bar Hangout soon. So, middle of the country people, tell your friends, come hang out with us. It's going to be an incredible event with a lot of learning.
Well, and you've had Glenn on your show too, Hustle Hacks. Like that's
a
fun.
Chris, and coming up, Gwen, who's helping put the event together, is going to be on the show in 3 weeks, to talk about the event in more detail. So coming up,
Sweet.
But yes, and I will post the event info here. Actually, if you go to sorry, let me pop this back up here. Yeah, duh. I went a little too fast.
Because don't they have to go through your link, Jay?
Yeah.
Don't they have to go through your? Okay.
Yeah, so I'll have a link and I will pop it down below here. It'll be in the thrifting board. It'll be on the Thrift Hunters page. It'll be on the Thrifty Business page. So stay tuned because the price just changed. So I'm assuming the link's going to change a little bit. So don't sign up this second. Let me get it all arranged. But I mean, this just changed today. And I wasn't even told yet. I just happened to see it as we were going live. So awesome.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Look, it was still going to be great learning and a great deal at $350. It is amazing at $200. So come see me.
It's amazeballs. Plus the fact, everybody in the Midwest, like, go. This is your chance. Go, go.
We never get to the middle of the country, so here's the time when I'm getting to the middle of the country.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm excited, Jason.
All right, let's get our guest in here, shall we?
Yes, please.
Hey, it's time for Eric Nash from Stamps.com. Let's drop in and chat with Eric, shall we?
Oh, yeah. I love that photo, Jason. It's it makes me think I could be skating the pools tomorrow.
So is this a fairly recent photo, Eric?
That photo it's probably about 3 years ago.
Okay.
That was my friend Lance Mountain. He's a very famous skateboarder. He has a pool built in his backyard, and that was it. So it was built for skateboarding, and we could have tons of fun back there. He recently moved, so he had to bulldoze that pool set.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The reason he had to bulldoze is because he also had a swimming pool. So it was awkward having two pools in his backyard.
So, I want to point out before we get to the meat of why Eric's here, because we're here to talk about shipping, the new postal rates, blah, blah, blah. But Eric, as Eric said, he's 49. This picture is from 3 years ago. So if you're feeling old, if you're acting old, you don't have to. You can still be dropping into pools at 49 years old, right, Eric?
That's right. That's right. I mean, I'll have to send you some other photos of me getting in the air because I still have a few tricks up my sleeve.
Right on, Eric.
You're we're not as spry as we were, but if you still do stuff that keeps you young, me and my wife and Robin, her husband Jim, and our friends Kim and Lee, we threw axes on my birthday at this new thing in Vegas. You get legs, and we threw axes for an hour, and we just thought we were the shit. It was so much fun.
Did you actually stick them into like a target or something?
Oh yeah.
Totally. It was so good.
And they taught you to throw underhand, and the boys got the underhand, and the underhand's tough, but when you master underhand, it's so much more rewarding. And I thought we'd be sore the next day, and we were all pretty good.
Vegas, man, Vegas.
So, Eric, give us a quick little bio. Who are you? Where do you work? What's your title? How long you been there?
Absolutely. So my name's Eric Nash. I work for Stamps.com. I'm the Senior Director of Online Marketing. Basically, I'm responsible for new customer acquisition, so getting new people to sign up for the Stamps.com service from any type of online means. I've been here for 11 years, been around, a lot of different eBay events, a lot of different e-commerce events for many, many years now. And so have gotten to learn a lot about eBay selling, obviously, from listening to experts like Jason, and also meet a lot of great people and just be around the eBay community quite a bit.
That's awesome.
And you're a great member of the eBay community because you listen to everything everybody has to say at all these events, and you take it back to Stamps, and you're like, all right, this is what the online seller needs.
We certainly try, Jason. I mean, shipping is changing at a very rapidly pace right now. It's hard to keep up. Plus, over the last couple of years, Stamps has, purchased some other companies too, some of the multi-carriers, ShipStation, ShipWorks, Shipping Easy, as well as our biggest competitor, Indicia. So it's been a whirlwind couple of years, but we're trying to listen to what shippers need and trying to incorporate those features into our software so that everybody can basically save time when they ship and have a better experience. And obviously we really excel with sellers who are doing either multi-channel or selling in multiple eBay accounts. So they have kind of one place to bring all these orders in and make it a little easier for them to ship.
Sweet.
So Robin, have you ever used stamps.com?
No, but I did go check out their booth at eBay Open, and that was very enlightening. It was awesome. It was awesome to meet his crew. So yeah,
it's good stuff, Robin. You have to check us out, or any of our other companies, of course.
You guys are becoming a little conglomerate there. You're buying up all your competition.
I love it.
Hey, that's one great way to get them.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
all right, so Robin, what does every online seller dread in January?
Inventory.
Well, yes, inventory. but in relation to our guest, my dear.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like, where are you going with that? Like returns, or you're talking about
postal rate increases?
Oh, yes, we just talked about that.
And Robin, you turn into a robot, so why don't you refresh and we'll get Eric going on the postal rate changes.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us the bad news, Eric. Let's hear it about the new postal rate, please.
It is bad news, Jason, of course, sadly. But as always, USPS, they have to increase the rates. Costs go up, and they still are the most efficient and cost-effective way to ship a package. But I've identified about 5 areas this year that every shipper or every eBay seller should pay attention to. First one is priority mail. If you're shipping with regular priority mail, that's typically in 1 pound rate. All across pretty much all 8 zones, rates are going up by about at least by 47 cents. So if you're incorporating free shipping or your shipping price into your product and giving free shipping, you definitely have to pay attention to the priority mail 1 pound rate because it's going up. And it's going up by a significant amount.
Crazy.
Likewise, like you mentioned earlier, talking about the FOMO and shipping mugs inside the padded flat rate envelopes. Priority mail pad flat rate envelopes are also increasing, sadly, and they're going up quite a bit by about 60 cents per this year. So that's a huge sum as well to kind of comprehend and to absorb. So again, if you're using free shipping, which of course eBay is always pushing free shipping and trying to get people to use the service. You've got to incorporate those prices into your product price. And so 60 cents is a huge hit. So make sure you're paying attention. By the way, the shipping rate increase starts a week from this Sunday. So 10 days from today. So you don't have a lot of time. Every year, with shipping, you should always go through and take a look at the numbers and pay attention to where the rates go up because they don't go up consistently. Sometimes they go up higher in farther zones, so say zone 6, 7, or 8 versus zone 2, 3, 4, or 5. So make sure you pay attention. But most importantly, if you are shipping in some of these areas that a lot of people use, you've got to make sure you adjust your prices. So talk about priority mail. Regular 1 pound is going up by roughly 50 cents or so. 60 cents for the padded flat rate envelope, which is very popular. Regional rate box A, another very popular product with the eBay sellers, is going up at least by 28 cents and as high as 52 cents. So again, something else to pay attention to. And these are all products that all eBay sellers ship with,
Yeah.
So again, pricing stinks and price increases are never fun to deal with, but even worse is not preparing for them. Another very popular mail class that's going up, first class package service. Again, this is really the best opportunity for shippers of all of the shipping community. There is no other service as cheap as first class package service. by either UPS or FedEx. So USPS really dominates this. 2 years ago, they went up to 15.99 ounces. So that was like a little bonus. They went up from 13 ounces as the maximum weight. And so in that last 3 ounces, the 14, 15, and 15.99, those rates are going up significantly as well. They're going up by about 50 cents for the 15 ounce and 64 cents for the 15.99 ounce. So again, I know this is hard to stomach for most eBay sellers, but more importantly is you've got to be paying attention, because it's even worse if you're not preparing and packing those shipping prices into your product price.
I will say, Robin, here's what I do, and it's probably not the best business model, but on things I charge shipping for, I have it a little bit padded. And so things I don't charge shipping for, this won't really make a difference. But a lot of people will go back and change all their shipping. And what I do is, because no one ever values their time. So to go back and change 800 listings, what will that take you? 6 hours, 7 hours? What's your time worth in those 7 hours? The way I do changes is I just plow ahead, because all those 800 listings will get worked out eventually. And right now I charge $7 for a padded flat rate. Well, at this moment it's 6:30, so I'm making 70 cents. Well, when you tack on the new 60 cents, I only be making 10. I will adjust my rates going forward, but I am not taking time to go backwards and adjust. Because I find so many people spend so many hours because they never value that moment, that time they're spending. And because my ones that I charge shipping for, they're going to be close anyway, I'm just moving forward. And I'll pick it up as the new stuff starts. And that might not work for everybody, but that is how I do it.
That's a good method, Jason, just because, I mean, you're seamless going into this transition, into this new year. You're already covering those costs, and you know, moving all of your listings going forward versus going backwards, another great idea. So great tip, another good tip.
Thank you. So Robin, what would you normally, before I say that out loud, what would you normally do when a rate change? Would you go back and change every single thing?
Well, I charge shipping on most things, and it's mostly calculated right now because I do a lot of merch, hard goods, you know. But no, I think I'm on the same page as you two, as I would just move forward. Do you know what I mean? And I also give myself usually about 65, 70 cents cush. I wouldn't make any, like, the 50 cents extra, you know. So I'm okay. I mean, that's just good customer service not to go back and
even if I lose a couple bucks here or there, no one remembers to value their time. So all that 7 hours could be sourcing, could be listing more stuff. I say just plow forward. That's me. I put my head down and just go forward and work it out.
Yeah.
Well, Jason,
I love all the information, you know.
Jason, I got another change that's starting here for the 2018 rate increase. And that has to do with first class international flats. I'm not sure if many people are familiar with this service. The people who use it love it. It's super, super cheap. It doesn't include tracking, but it does include a customs form number, so you can get a little limited tracking with that. But first class mail international flats, also known as large envelopes, is having a huge change starting on Sunday, January 21st. The USPS is no longer going to be allowing merchandise to be shipped with the flat service. They're going to make sure, this is kind of a long story, but the USPS belongs to something called the UPU, Universal Postal Union. All the different postage services throughout the world, or the big ones, belong to this. They've always had a rule that you're not allowed to send merchandise into letters or large envelopes, because those get processed through customs differently. And of course, each country wants to be able to tax or put a duty on particular merchandise coming through. And so these products were previously going through the international communities and kind of slipping by the customs area where they could put a tax on it or a duty. And so they pressured the USPS. USPS has always been kind of avoiding this rule for many, many years. They finally pressured them enough to make a change. And so starting on Sunday, January 21st, if you're within pretty much any shipping platform, whether it be eBay shipping, PayPal shipping, Stamps, Indicia, Shipping Easy, any of the organizations, when you go to print a flat international label, it's going to come up and say, are you shipping merchandise? If you click yes, they're going to require you to upgrade into first class package international service. That's a huge price increase from anywhere from $5 on up to I think $19, depending on the weight. So that is something that is going to be really, really huge. A lot of people use first class flats for selling very low cost items. Items are $10, $15. The shipping's probably $3, $4, $5, $6. And so when you go to move up to first class package international service, that's going to, the shipping service suddenly jumps up to $20, $24, $25. So this is very, very, it's a sad day for sellers who use this service, but there are some options out there. Stamps.com is going to have an option, so stay tuned to that, and we'll be providing more info on that. We're basically going to have an alternative service that costs a little bit more than the existing rate. And people who sell, I've been talking to Cindy Sorley a lot. She sells clothing patterns and sells a lot of stuff to international market. So she's very concerned with this. And people who sell, actually the USPS considers a lot of flat things, but like you typically would think as a document, they actually consider those to be merchandise. Things like old advertisements, comic books, magazines, negatives, film, all these different things that I typically would say, oh, that's a document. I'm going to put it in a flat and ship it out. They're going to, claim they're going to flag that. And so, so this is a really big change. Again, it's first class mail international flats, or also known as large envelopes. And that service is changing. It's basically going to be restricted for all merchandise starting on Sunday, January 21st. So all the Stamps.com customers or any Stamps.com product, you should see this new option that we're providing within the platform. And so it should be pretty seamless. But something to pay attention to, typically all of our sellers who do use this flat service ship a lot of stuff to international locations. So very important for them to realize it's not just a regular rate increase of 20, 30 cents this year. It's actually a fundamental change.
Ooh, this is good information, Eric. I'm learning a lot tonight.
So, Eric, what happens if you fudge and lie?
That's a great question. Of course, you'd be breaking federal law.
And we're not advocating that.
No, but I know people are wondering that, so I thought I'd ask.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know I think what's going to happen is people are naturally going to, just assume, not intentionally lie. They're just going to naturally kind of do what they've been doing in the past, and kind of those examples I was just mentioning where, oh, this is a document. A comic book is a document. It's not merchandise. So I think that's naturally going to happen. I really don't know how they're going to handle that. I believe they're going to be, because they're getting pressure from the UPU and all the other post services, and those other post services, and they feel they're losing revenue by the Postal Service allowing this, to go through. I think the other postage, like the other customs agencies, will be monitoring flats a little closer. For at least the interim period when the new rule starts, possibly forever. Who knows? They're automating things a lot more. There's a lot more automation in the other outside postage services. They're all kind of upgrading their services to handle package and customs and speed up customs. So, but that's a great question. It's really one I don't know, but certainly we don't advocate for people to.
No, I don't either. But always looking for the corners.
Yes, of course.
I'm the guy who comes to the gas station instead of waiting for the light.
I've heard people have done that.
Yeah. I've heard people have done that.
Yeah.
So, Robin, do you ship? I forget. Do you ship internationally yourself, or do you do global shipping?
Yeah, no, I do all international. And this is I'm gonna have to jump onto stamps.com because I need to get in their program, because $21 increase from like $4, that's because I do a lot of comic books, I do a lot of advertisements. Like, I thought that was documents.
Yeah, I think
Wow,
most
I've
people
learned a
do,
lot.
Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? So let's talk the big news, even though it's not really effective just yet. But you know, the stuff that you and I have been talking about, the guaranteed delivery.
Guaranteed.
Oh yeah, I'm
You know
excited.
what,
Yeah.
the one thing that Amazon has changed for all of us, no matter what we sell and where we sell it, is Amazon Prime. Now, I would assume everyone knows Prime, but if you don't, you pay $99 a year, and you get free 2-day shipping. And on some products, you can get free 1-day shipping. And so people want their stuff now. And so the problem was eBay couldn't compete with that. Then eBay kind of changed things, and they have 2 kind of options: guaranteed delivery to the door and guaranteed shipping on time. And then Stamps is kind of picking up that ball too.
Yeah, and so what we've done is eBay Guaranteed Delivery has been a great program. A lot of sellers are very excited. Obviously, buyers are very excited too, and you can sort your listings by the little radio button at the top. One of the restrictions eBay had was you had to use eBay shipping label platform to get the guaranteed delivery, or you had to use what they call the door-to-door option. And so fortunately for us, they have not, and us being Stamps.com or any of our companies or any other company out there, they have not enforced that rule yet. And so if you do use a different platform to print your labels, you can still be part of their guaranteed delivery program. But that's kind of a temporary fix right now. So what Stamps.com has done is we've come out with our own eBay guaranteed delivery program. Basically, it's very, very similar. If you're using the door-to-door platform, usually if you're using the eBay, if you're printing your labels on eBay shipping, that's called the handling time option. But if you are using the door-to-door, and that works well for people who want to control their own shipping experience. They have to upload some different rate tables and time tables, but they basically can kind of manage that whole process. And if your package arrives late and you use first-class package service or priority mail, Stamps.com is going to do pretty much the exact same offering that eBay provides. We're going to provide a free, we'll refund your cost for shipping if the person wants to return that label, as well as we'll provide a free return shipping label. And if the person wants to keep it, we will pay for the shipping fee that you were charged to pay out there, depending on if you use free shipping or not. But we have a couple different options. We have this all on our blog, by the way, if you want to get more information on this. But this is really geared towards sellers who are shipping through a bunch of different channels. You know, they might be having shipping using Amazon, eBay, and they have their own cart. Or like I said earlier, Stamps.com allows you to import multiple eBay accounts into one interface. And so for these people, we certainly don't want to lose them, and so they can go, hey, you know, it's a better offering if I ship on eBay. So we're trying to provide this service to kind of keep them excited.
So it's blog.stamps.com, Robin, and for everyone else listening.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And the great thing about Stamps.com is it is a subscription service, but they do have a lot of free stuff, like this postal rate increase guide is a free download. Eric is always around to help people, and he's always been a great friend of the show, and has come on and talked. And it's a great company, great service, and you know they're always at the forefront. Back in the old days, back in my day, Sonny, when we didn't have the opportunity to print at home and like we do now, and I used to have to go to the post office, I was so in tune, because that's our job. We better be in tune. That when postal rates and boxes would change, they would give me the actual documents they're supposed to be learning at the post office and go, here, you'll learn it before we do. And so I would go home and read it like a freaking nerd, and then I'd come back and I would explain how their new stuff worked to them. And you know, and I look at Stamps and Eric the same way. They're on top of all the shipping changes and needs that we have, and they're always in the field with us, helping us get what we need to get our customers their goods.
Yeah, we're trying, Jason. And by the way, I'm sure you can appreciate those rule changes that the USPS puts out are certainly not written in regular speak. They're kind of written in some type of weird government-esque language.
Oh yeah.
Very hard to decipher.
I remember reading those books sometimes, and I'd be like a page in and go, what? I have to go backwards and read that page again, because I'm just like, what is happening? But being a shipper who has shipped hundreds of thousands of items, I could kind of get the feel for what they were saying, but I'm like, who speaks like this?
Yeah. I mean, still today, I have to read sentences, like one sentence over and over and over again, just to kind of comprehend it.
So I want to answer a question from the chat, Robin, real quick, if you don't mind. Foxy says, so with international thing, does that mean I need to ship anything international in the box? Nope, not at all. You just have to choose package, not flat. But no, it can still go in an envelope. I'm still shipping all my international clothing and poly mailers. I'm still shipping all my CDs and craft bubble mailers. Yeah, so you do not need a box.
Oh, this is awesome information.
You shipped, Robin? Do you remember?
Pardon me? Wait, say that one more time.
What's the last international item you shipped out?
Oh, a Barbie Hallmark ornament to Italy.
Nice.
Italy.
Yeah, I shipped. I shipped a big tiki bowl to Canada, and I shipped some stuff to Sao Paulo, Brazil, and to Italy. All the prom countries have decided to order from me.
Right?
Very brave going to Italy.
Eric, that's a good question because we've all had issues over the years with Brazil, Italy, and Russia for different reasons.
Yes.
Coming from stamps.com, because I'm assuming you guys kind of keep track of stuff, how's the shipping to those three problem countries looking lately?
You know, I believe I can't speak to. I mean, Italy has always been an issue.
They're a mess.
Yeah, I mean that's multiple reasons why, but we do see some. We do have visibility into how long things are being stuck in customs, and I know Russia is still very, very backed up, depending on the type of product. You know, they allow some products, oddly enough, to go through a little quicker than they do, like say, higher value products. I think end up going through a little quicker. Also, I think there's some people who claim they have some insurance issues dealing with those specific countries as well. Stamps.com is one. Our insurance does insure to both Russia and Brazil.
What?
So very
I am loving this show, Eric. I am like, I'm in.
Just went
like this, boof.
Yeah,
I'm in.
yeah.
I'm in.
Although,
I'm in.
That always I say that, and everybody says, "Don't tell anybody," because then we'll get a mad rush of people shipping things to Russia, and then we'll get a bunch of claims, and they'll go, "Oh my gosh, we got to turn this stuff off." But yeah, so we do get some limited visibility, but overall, we don't know that much more than probably what you guys see or hear, I'm sure, or from your own experience. I think you all probably are shipping products to these particular countries, and you can just look in your tracking and see how long it's being stuck in customs.
Robin, are you watching the chat by any chance?
Oh, no, because I'm just like totally enthralled with what Eric's saying. Sorry, do you want me to?
Yeah, read Julie's question. Ask Julie's question to Eric, please.
Julie Kaufman. Okay, so the question was, why would we as a seller need stamps.com if we could do our shipping through eBay ? And she says, I used to use stamps.com when I was selling on Amazon many years ago.
Great question. One that comes up very often. And so really, if you're just selling on eBay and you don't have a lot of products that are going out, eBay shipping is probably going to be perfect for you. You probably don't need to use stamps.com. A couple of the things that differentiate us, however, is uptime. I'm sure everybody who does use eBay shipping, there are some issues there in terms of maintaining uptime. Really, our biggest benefit is going to be in speed, in terms of how you process a lot of labels at one time. And so, eBay does have bulk shipping, but that does take some time, versus using stamps.com. You can really print a lot of labels very quickly. And this becomes even more important if you're using Amazon, for example, and eBay. So you have one central hub. All the orders are coming into one hub. You can go through there, and maybe you're selling closeouts on one marketplace, and say Bonanza, for example, or and you have higher value products on a different marketplace, and then you have different colors. You can bring all those into one place and then pick and choose, sort and slice and dice the labels how you want to print. You may want to print all of your customs forms all at once. So that it really comes down to a speed issue. Jason mentioned earlier, time is a huge value. And so you know, that's where it comes down to. And then we have some other little miscellaneous features that are very nice. One thing is too, shipping's a huge cost. It's probably the second largest cost for eBay sellers, along obviously with the product costs. And so, you know, one great benefit we provide is you can put everything on a credit card and then get points for it. You know, that's a little bit different where it's coming out of your, and by the way, you can use your PayPal debit card to purchase shipping coming from stamps.com. So it gives you the ability to get extra points and then get value for those points down the road. So I mentioned multiple eBay accounts too. So people who have 3, 4, 5 eBay accounts that are selling out of, they don't have to go into each individual store and print those labels. They can come back in.
Sweet.
It's all like in a filter down to the thing. So I just go in there and all my stuff's there. And here's the other thing, and I think Jersey Jane mentioned it. You all might not do this, but you know, I lead the thrifting board in the Secret Beach, and there's 37,000 members, and I got friends and family all over the country. So I'm almost, not daily, but definitely weekly, I'm sending something to Robin. I'm sending something to my mom and dad in Newberry. I'm sending stuff to, I sent Nadine a birthday gift in December. And so I use stamps because they have the discount for shipping that I couldn't just get. And so I'm always sending stuff to people all over the country. And I sell a lot in Facebook marketplaces where I'm not paying any fees. People are buying Tiki mugs directly from me. So I swap over the stamps, throw their address in, print, and away it goes. Easy peasy.
Oh, so you just brought up a great tip, Jason, because I ship friends and family all the time. Like I am so in. Eric, I'm so into stamps.com because that alone right there would save me so much time and money. I mean, I send stuff to my kid's sister, you know, my kid's sister's kids all the time. So like that's a great tip, Jason. Good job.
You know, we have a free account that's built just for eBay sellers, and I highly encourage everybody to sign up for that and just have it as a backstop. You know, when eBay shipping's down, you can bounce on over to our program and use it. And so we import directly from eBay. When you print the label, we post the tracking back. And so just if you want to get started, the free account is a little bit hidden. If you go on Google and type in stamps.com eBay free account, you should find it. If you happen to sign up, I would highly encourage you to call support and just talk to them and say, hey, make sure I'm on the free account. All of our support is based here in the U.S. We're based out of Ohio as well as here in Los Angeles. So
what up to Ohio? Woo!
Ohio.
But that's right there is a great thing, Eric. Like you guys are based in the United States. You guys listening to this, they're here. They're here. They speak English. They get us. I love it. I love it.
So hey, let's end on something fun. When's the last time you dropped into a pool?
Just last Saturday.
Oh, nice. Good job. Good job.
So we'll end on this because, like I said, do things that keep you young, that make you have fun. So here we are. Oops. Here we are, the axe throwers that we are.
I haven't seen this photo yet. Oh, that's
we've all got our flannel on. And here's Kim's bullseye.
Oh, awesome.
Here's Stacy's bullseye. Here's Robin's bullseye. Here's Jim's bullseye, but wait for it. Here's my underhanded bullseye. Out. But I want to show one more thing because on all phones, especially iPhones, you have the option of slow-mo. And man, did we get a good slow-mo video. So let me pop that up here real quick. And here it is. Oh, is it not showing on the screen?
No, you can see it.
Oh, yeah, it's showing now.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I didn't get a bullseye, but while I was getting filmed slow-mo, it did hit the target. So, heck yeah, I was excited. Let me tell you, if you come to Vegas, you got to go to Axe Monkeys. They're super duper nice. And we had so much fun for an hour. We didn't even get to the other tools, Eric. You can throw spears and knives and Chinese throwing stars. And we got to go back. And then they got a room you can get like a golf club or a baseball bat and go destroy like TVs and computers and stuff.
Does your arm get tired from throwing that?
No, it didn't, which we thought it would.
Oh my gosh.
Eric, you would so love it. It's like I think they even do corporate, like, you know, what do they call that, like motivational kind of things where you get all your people there. Oh my gosh, it is the craziest feeling to hear that tunk in the trunk. I mean, it is amazing.
Well, it looks like a big axe too.
And it's even better when you throw it so deep you cannot get it out. Then you're like, yeah, testosterone is strong.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
So, hey, Eric, next time you come to town, we'll go throw some axes, buddy, all right?
For sure, man. Count me in.
So I want to thank Eric. It was a great show. I know it sucks this time of year for all of us, but there's nothing we can do. It's just like, you know, death and taxes. They're coming. They're coming eventually.
Yeah.
Postal rate increases. You got to deal with it. I do want to give a shout out to Lex. Lex is tuned in for the first time live. Loves the show. Thank you, Lex. Make sure there is a lot of shows to catch up on, so go back and watch. But Eric, you know, if you got any questions for Eric, he is at stamps.com. If nothing else, check out the blog. But if you're starting to sell on multiple platforms, if you're starting to ship your own stuff, if you're selling on Facebook marketplaces without having to deal with fees from places like eBay and Amazon, stamps.com would do really well for you to be shipping out and not having to think and to worry. And it makes it so easy. I've been using it forever, ever. I love the product. Always have.
Yeah.
And I love Eric. So it's a bonus.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great partner to have. I'm in, Eric. I'm in. Stamps.com. Stamps.com is in my back pocket.
Cool. All right. So don't forget, like I said, we're going to be off for the next 2 Thursdays because next Thursday we're in New Orleans pre the cruise because there was a party in New Orleans before we get on the cruise. But Saturday, what's that date, Robin? What's that Saturday date?
The 27th.
Saturday the 27th, we will be doing a 6 p.m. Same time, 9 p.m. East Coast, 6 p.m. West Coast. We'll be doing a Thrifty business show. It'll be a normal show, but we'll be doing. We'll be grabbing a few of the Secret Beach members from the cruise, get them on, talk about the cruise because we're not the only cruise that goes out and does e-com talks. My friend Stephanie's done a couple, so it's just a different way to learn, but it incorporates having fun while you learn. Everyone knows I have fun. Everyone knows Robin has fun. But there are some people in life, sadly enough, don't have any fun. And so we try and drag people into having fun. And I know some of the people coming on this cruise are a little on the shy side. And so what I tell any friend that hangs out with me, if you're shy, I am big enough. You can stand behind me until you want to poke your head out. I am happy to be your blocker until you are ready because you know I'll be out there talking to everybody. So. So I want to thank everybody. Tune in Sunday at 6 p.m. This is 6 p.m. East Coast, 3 p.m. West Coast for Selling Past Your Expiration Date, being Thrifty Over 50 with my mom and me, me and my mom. And we'll be talking about how to put specific categories in your store on sale and how to put your stuff on vacation when you need to go on a cruise. So, Eric, thank you very much. I will see you soon, buddy.
All right, Jason. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, good evening. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up down below, please. Thank you. Oops. Helps to push stop.